The PFF College 50 returns. We're counting down the top 50 players for the 2019 college football season. We've gotten to the top 10. We've let it slip here. Number 10 on the list, Iowa edge defender A.J. Epinesa, a guy who has not rushed the passer as often as we'd like to see over the past 2 seasons there. We think he's going to explode this year. We think he's got all the tools to make one of the most feared edge rushers in the country. He's won 22.3% of his pass rushes over the past 2 seasons. That's a ridiculous rate had he rushed the passer as many times as some of the other guys that we see on this list and we'll see on this list. We're talking nationwide leaders in pressures he would be. We like him going forward this year to have quite a breakout year and then obviously hear his name called in the NFL draft. Number 9 on the list as well. He was on the Heisman Trophy radar last season. Colorado receiver Laviska Shenault. He did everything you would want a breakout receiver to do. He forces missed tackles. He catches every ball, runs the Wildcat quarterback, catches swing passes, whatever you want him to do. The Colorado offense runs through Shenault. Steven Montez has one of the most dynamic playmakers to throw the ball to this season in Shenault. And even though the injury derailed his season last year, we like big things from Shenault out in Boulder in 2019. We roll right along. Number 8, another Wisconsin player, another guy who's setting records, could even break his own records here. He's got 1,300 yards after contact in each of the past 2 seasons, forces missed tackles at will, 66 and then 67 respectively over the past 2 seasons. He is a wrecking ball. A lot of mileage on him, and rightfully so. The Wisconsin offense will go as Taylor goes this season as they break in a new quarterback. Number 7 on the list, keep it in the Big Ten. We're going to keep it with a dynamic playmaker as well. Rondell Moore exploded onto the scene last year after being going viral with a Twitter video that showed him squatting 600 pounds as a guy who's sub 6 feet and sub 200 pounds himself. Dominant guy, stronger than he looks, plays as strong as he is though, forces missed tackles, led the nation actually. His 37 missed tackles forced after the catch were more than any player in college football by a long shot. Just a ridiculous talent, and as they do big things in Purdue, again, much like Shenault, the offense will run through more this season. Number 6 on this list, a guy who has the best routes in all of college football, Jerry Jeudy, the reigning Biletnikoff Award winner. Highly likely he is going to at least be in the conversation to repeat that again with Tungo Bailoa throwing the ball to him. Jeudy, again, has the best routes in college football. Most likely gonna be in the conversation for that Biletnikoff Award. He's the yards per reception leader over the past 2 seasons as well. And they're just, obviously, this is how stacked the wide receiver core is for the 2019 season with Jeudy at 6th. Another guy, expect to hear his name called quite often. There's a theme here, Big Ten edge defenders. Chase Young at Ohio State. With the injury to Nick Bosa last year, the Buckeyes really didn't see that much of a loss there. Chase Young exploded onto the scene, led the nation in pressures, was up there with pass rush win rate on those. Over 20% of his pass rushes he won. There will be big things coming from Chase Young as he continues to grow and fill out what is quite an impressive frame there on the Buckeyes defense. Chase Young, number 5th in the country. It's a great spot for him and a spot maybe we could even see him rise from as we progress. Number 4, the highest rated defensive player in the country going into the year. It's Bryce Hall, cornerback from Virginia, highest graded cornerback, highest coverage grade, literally does what you want him to. He stops those intermediate to deep passes better than anybody in the country. He was targeted 44 times on passes that target at least 10 yards downfield. He allowed just 14 of those to be caught, came away with 2 interceptions and 10 more pass breakups. Just a guy that does literally everything right in the secondary and will anchor that Cavalier defense for Bronco Mendenhall in 2019. We go back to offense here. The best receiver in college football is not Jerry Jeudy going into the season. It is Justin Ross. He averaged a ridiculous 4.98 yards per route run. That tracks how many yards a receiver has gained per the amount of eligible snaps in route. That means he's dynamic. He's making plays every time he's an eligible receiver. Trevor Lawrence can get the ball to him. And, he's made famous with his ridiculous one-handed catch that he's got as well. Really like Justin Ross going forward and maybe should be the favorite for the Biletnikoff even over Jeudy this season. Number 2, and obviously you'll know who number 1 is, but Tua is the number 2 player, clearly the second best quarterback in the country, clearly the second best player overall in the country. Again, he's sharp-minded, he's accurate with his passes, accurate with his reads, does not let pressure phase him, does not let the clean pocket get to him as well. He sits in there, goes through his progressions, through his reads, does everything you want him to, and we like him to actually be not only maybe the second best quarterback, second best player in the country, but due to the number 1 spot here being a little younger, we like Tua to be the number 1 pick in the draft as of right now, come next April. You alluded to it, I alluded to it. It's Trevor Lawrence at number 1, Clemson quarterback. His debut season, the highest grade we've ever given to a true freshman quarterback, and it was not even close. The next closest was actually Brock Purdy at Iowa State in this past season as well. Lawrence is a guy who literally has lived up to the fame and even surpassed those. Again, highest graded quarterback or highest graded season for a true freshman that we've ever given. Exceeds from a clean pocket, when pressure gets to him, out on the move, second read, third read, drops in passes on the deep balls like you wouldn't believe, pinpoint accuracy. Lawrence could even get better with what we've seen from him as well, because he got better as the season went on last year. By all standards, is the gold standard of college football, the face of the nation. Trevor Lawrence, much warranted there as well. So there you have it, Trevor, Tua, and then the rest of the country. The PFF College 50 is out on our website as well at pff.com. And make sure you subscribe to the PFF YouTube channel below for your chance to win a free PFF Edge subscription and for more great college content like this as we roll into the season.
Thanks for watching the PFF YouTube channel. And if you want to subscribe, all you have to do is push the button. Don't forget everything you get. A little fantasy, push the button. A little green line for the gambling aspects of the game, push the button. College football, push the button. The YouTube channel from PFF.